This episode is sponsored by football's ultimate survival game. Let's see who's the final one standing.
AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players will be linked with a transfer move to Arsenal.
AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. Don't forget, there's only 5 days to go now until the start of Arsenal's football season when we go away to Manchester United at Old Trafford. Tough start. That is the first game, so the clock is ticking and the madness gets underway very, very soon, and I can't wait for it. By the way, on that, don't forget to make your pick for final one standing. Time's running out for that as well. When the first game starts on Saturday, you won't have no more time. You've got to get your picks in. Remember how this thing works. What you do is you pick one team each week to win, right? If your team wins, they go through to the next round. If they draw or lose, you are out. A chance to win £500,000 is free to enter. Being put on by William Hill, free to enter. If you want more details on the terms and conditions, click the link in the description or scan the QR code, right, and get involved. You must be over 18. Terms and conditions apply, as I just said, right, and please gamble responsibly.
You lot are always in the comments saying that we don't know ball. Well, now it's your chance to prove it. Could you predict the Premier League if we offered you £500,000 to do it? We've partnered with William Hill to bring you final one standing. The rules are simple. Pick a Premier League team every week. Win, you stay in. Lose or draw, you're out. But you can only pick each team once. It's free to play and there's £500,000 up for grabs. That's right. £500,000. Perfect. You need to have a William Hill app to play, so scan the QR code on the screen or hit the link in the description below to get involved. 18 plus, UK only. Please gamble responsibly. Terms and conditions apply and full terms are in the link below. Let's see who's the final one standing.
You know what, it's not as easy as it looks, because the other thing you need to remember with this game is that you can only pick a team once. So if you say, for instance, went for Arsenal this week, you can't pick Arsenal the next week, right? Whichever team you pick, you've used that team, you won't be able to use them in the following week. Really, yesterday we were sort of really debating over who we're going to pick for that first week. But yeah, make sure you get your picks in for final one standing. And of course, the transfer window closes Monday, the 1st of September at 7 p.m. Not the normal 11, 7 p.m. that window closes on Monday, the 1st of September. So under a month until the window closes. Are Arsenal going to get their business done in incomings and outgoings? Welcome to Eze Daily. We're back here again. Still multiple reports linking Arsenal with a move for Eberechi Eze today. Still talk of the deal being anything between 55 to 60 million pounds. Remember previously there was the release clause, that's gone, but still being linked with a move away. Said it in yesterday's show, the owner of Crystal Palace not denying that a player like Eze could leave this transfer window. But are Arsenal about to get some serious competition on this? And do they need to get a move on to get this deal done if they really, really want it? Because reports today that Tottenham Hotspur have opened talks with Eberechi Eze. Now, remember, Spurs, they are desperately in need of attacking midfielder. James Maddison got injured, did his ACL in pre-season for them. Kulusevski's also out at the moment, so they're really lacking their attacking midfield area. Remember, they tried to sign Morgan Gibbs-White, but that fell through. And now they are interested in signing Eze. Now, Eze, of course, former Arsenal player as a youth, would love to come back to Arsenal. Arsenal got a great side this season as well. But Arsenal need to move fast if they're going to get this deal done, because Spurs now are actively trying to get it done as well. And it's a big move for Eze, wherever he decides to go. It's a big season for Eze, because at the end of the season, remember, England are at the World Cup, and Eze will want to be on that plane to the USA, Canada, and Mexico. And he's going to want to go somewhere where he's going to play a lot. Now, if he goes to Spurs, he will play a lot. He'll probably be the main man. If he comes to Arsenal, yes, he'll play a lot, but will he start every week? That's questionable. I mean, lots of decisions for him to make. But Tottenham now have entered the fray for Eze. Should Arsenal fans be worried? And also, should Arsenal get a move on and get this deal done? You know, it's said that Arsenal have been waiting on trying to get outgoing sorted out. There hasn't been any real outgoing since right at the start of the transfer window. They're waiting on a few things, but can they afford to wait? It's going to be really, really interesting to see what happens with him. Then there's Rodrygo. Rodrygo is said to be the alternative if they can't get Eze. It's probably going to be one out of the two, not both of them. Arsenal have been interested in Rodrygo all window. Rodrygo, of course, of Real Madrid. Real Madrid are said to be willing to cash in on him and want around about £86 million, right, for his services. And remember, he's on a whopping 250,000 plus per week in wages. But Fabrizio Romano reporting yesterday that Manchester City are now very interested in signing Rodrygo. They weren't a few weeks ago. They seem to have their team pretty settled, but then it's a bit like a domino effect. All of a sudden, certain players moving out of Manchester City. First of all, came the rumours that Tottenham are speaking to them to try and sign Savinho. That came as a real surprise because he only just came back to Manchester City last season after his loan move at Girona. But Tottenham said to be in advanced talks to sign Savinho. And Manchester City looking for a fee of around about £50 million. And yesterday, Jack Grealish joined Everton on loan. Again, big wages now off of their wage bill with Grealish moving on. Now Manchester City are set to be ready and poised to make a move for Rodrygo. Arsenal and Mikel Arteta are being big admirers of Rodrygo, but will they make a move for him, or will they just relent? And will it be Manchester City that get the player if he decides to leave Real Madrid? I tell you what, if they do get Rodrygo, because a lot of people, when they've been talking about their teams to win the league, Liverpool's the team that comes up in most people's thoughts. Arsenal, then Man City. But imagine if they get Rodrygo. A front three of Rodrygo, Haaland, and Marmoush. That's scary. That's very scary, right? But let's keep an eye on how that one moves. Could Arsenal make a late move for Rodrygo? Will it be Eze? It's going to be an exciting end to this transfer window, I'll tell you that. Arsenal links with the left-back, Andrea Cambiaso of Juventus. Now, these reports came out of Italy from the journalist Mirko Di Natale. He says that Arsenal made contact to try and gauge the interests of Andrea Cambiaso and if Juventus would be willing to sell him through intermediaries. Remember, this is a player that in the January transfer window was wanted by Manchester City. They were said to be really, really interested in signing him. They didn't in the end. This summer, they've decided to go and sign Nori. But he's a versatile left back and can play on the right wing, play on the right as a right back and a left back. 25 years of age, valued at around about £30 million. 2 goals and 4 assists last season for Cambiaso. I very much doubt that Arsenal are going to make a move for. I mean, Di Natale's saying this, but I think this inquiry was more earlier on in the window. Everybody's picked it up and is running with it today and yesterday, but I feel that this was a sort of a previous inquiry, but Arsenal are pretty happy with what they've got. They've got Mars Lewis Skelly. They've got, of course, Calafiori. You know, we know that Zinchenko could be moving, but I very much doubt Arsenal are going to be making a move for Cambiaso. But let's wait and see. On Zinchenko, still being linked today with that move to Fenerbahce. Lots of reports saying that they submitted an offer worth around 15 million euros. Doesn't seem very, very high for Zinchenko. Arsenal won around about 20 million euros, but there's still negotiation and talks taking place. But Jose Mourinho really pushing to try and get this signing done. And it'd be a welcome one for Arsenal. As I said, they're looking to try and get money in. Zinchenko, Fabio Vieira, Reece Nelson, all players that they're trying to move out at the moment, but it's taking time to get these players away from the club. And there's another player, Karl Hein, of course, the goalkeeper. No chance of him playing for Arsenal this season now that they've bought in Kepa. They've also got Setford and, of course, Raya. Arsenal still looking to sell him. Previously, Rangers in Scotland have been the team that have been really pushing to try and get the deal done for Karl Hein. But according to Cadena SR over there in Spain, they're now claiming that Levante are the latest club that are interested in Karl Hein. Of course, he was on loan at Valladolid last season. Levante interested in signing Karl Hein. So expect lots of outgoings before the end of this window. But can Arsenal afford to wait on all these outgoings before they make their move for either Eze or Rodrygo and risk a hijack from Spurs or Manchester City? Thanks for watching the show today. Don't forget, check out all of our excellent content. We've got a big We Come in piece coming out where we are going to be speaking to fans of lots of different clubs around the Premier League. Look out for that and getting their opinions on who's going to win the league this season. Also previewing the game Arsenal versus, or shall I say, Manchester United versus Arsenal, taking place at Old Trafford on Sunday. The curtain opener for Arsenal, huge game. We're going to be all over it here on AFTV, and we've got a big watch party going on as well at Box Park. So thanks for watching the show, and I'll see you tomorrow.